bit, but you really do got your work cut out for you here against Mark by 8 extra Monkey Moon.
Here we go, game number 1 underway. And this would be a massive statement if Barca can take this. Very much in the driver's seat when it comes to actually securing qualification for the second stage of the Swiss, but they would like to do it in another 3-0 fashion like they did last time around. There's actually quite an interesting one here achieved because both these teams went 3-0 into round number 1 last time. Only one of those teams can be able to replicate it.
And to me, it feels like Barca's on a bit of a slide ever since the collapse on day 2 last week. So I'm looking for Barca to really show that they still have that ability to be that top quality, just destroy you offense that I know they can be, but looking at the grid result.
Well, if you are the one that's going to do it, that was the player there that's going to do it. Barca's playstyle can often be simple down to, but definitely not criticized for being, give the ball to Ronicky. He will shoot, and he will probably score.
He does have good numbers in that regard historically, but the real battle for them, as Gibbs said, will be in the midfield, and that's where you really need Devo to step up big.
It's going to be very much them up against it pace-wise. BDS just so solid with their hits, so quick to follow it up, and right now they have been giving up a lot of space in the midfield over to Barca. Mark, insta-turns, good play from him. He's got to Monkey Moon. Double commit required, but if it keeps the ball out of your net, you'll triple commit if you have to. Itachi takes the ball. This is the player that you're expecting to see the most. If they are going to get the ball over to Ronicky, Itachi is expected to be the player that's going to do it. Had a fantastic opening week to his Barca career last time around in the regionals. Wants to replicate it this time around. Devo, good challenge, can follow. Ronicky dropping with him. They've got a bit of chaos, and Itachi will be forced to cover. Monkey Moon takes to the air. He wants to force a bad challenge. He's got the bad challenge. Ronicky recovers. Both him and Devo already up. Extra for the back corner. Couldn't quite find the net. And Devo launched into the ball. And they use it as a pseudo half flick to keep that ball away.
Disappointing for BDS. I mean, you really felt like they had to put that one in the back of the net considering how well they were challenging on that push forward. And credit to Barca for keeping that one out of the goal, but really thought BDS should have squared that one away.
There's definitely been a day where shooting accuracy has been a major factor. Extra for the double! And I don't think I've seen him hit the crossbar twice. Definitely seems like something more of a bragging point than something to be criticized for, but attaches the other side of the field. Mark will cover. And well, after the last series achieves this many shots in such little time in the first game is very much welcome.
Yeah, refreshing to say the least, and you're still right. Definitely a little bit of space given by BDS there in the midfield. They're taking some extra time to close the distance that Barca is getting with those clears out of their own half, but at the same time, they do come back and they're making some real solid challenges. So you're really looking for Barca to find a bit more control with the clears, maybe start trying to dribble it out because they've got that extra space to work with. Monkey Moon will finally be tired of hitting the ball off the bar. We'll get it in there.
I mean, just take a look at how quickly he is following this one. That is a stealing pass to himself, and Devo had no clue how to deal with it.
It was a good effort, to be fair. I mean, it's definitely an awkward approach to see that one come down, and you realize you're under pressure because they're just going for it, and Devo has a chance to get it right back, and Mark by 8, patient as ever after collecting the corner boost, makes the clear.
It's very much BDS's style, as they just keep hitting the ball until the ball is in a position that you simply cannot deal with. That was the position that Devo couldn't deal with. Tachi will take over. A minute and a half left. Barca would like to start getting on the scoreboard. They've had a few opportunities for it. It is the opportunity that they wanted to take, but because of the fact that it was aimed for net, it did not give Ronicky the chance to turn it in. Barca holding their own, though. They'll just want that big chance.
This is a tough one, though. That clear by Mark by 8 went over the head of his teammate, and so now this could be the first real chance for Barca to flex the offensive muscles here in the final minute.
Barca will be so desperate to get Ronicky that one chance unchallenged. But that's the problem. BDS don't do anything unchallenged. They will be determined to keep themselves up in front of their faces the entire way through. Off to the wall. Here comes the chance. Itachi darts past 2. He's got the setup, and Ronicky was in too late.
It was tough. I mean, Ronicky has to wait a little further back just in case a challenge comes through. There's no guarantee that the mind game dribble works. And then he's also not sure if that ball's going to pinch fast or slow across the goal, so he's trying to give himself some wiggle room, and unfortunately, that wiggle room was just a step too far away, and now there's only 20 seconds.
That was the one they wanted. Just couldn't quite communicate it fast enough. Just a little bit too quick, but that is very much how this game tends to go for you. Ronicky looks to go solo, pops it up to Devo, and extra.
Oh, they missed.
Care the whole way, but here's the chance. Mark recovers. And almost after 5 minutes of defensive perfection, BDS made it difficult for themselves. But they have secured game 1.
That 0-second play, what? There must have been a huge miscomm from Barca right there, because they got that ball back in their possession after it went across the goal. And then for some reason, Ronicky, instead of turning in, like just drove to pick up the midfield boost. And I'm like, you have 2 seconds. You need to go hit the ball. And either way, they don't get the ball back up in the air. And you're right. BDS did make it a little bit more difficult on themselves than they would like. But as you said, a lot of sparks, only a little bit of fire here, but 1 goal gets it done for BDS.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there is a lot more to come here in this one. BDS, I mean, they have set themselves up as one of the big teams to beat. I'm just checking it out right now, Achieves. Give me a moment here. But this is quite the streak that we have got BDS on now. Between playoffs and what they've done so far in this tournament, they have now hit a 9-game win streak when it comes to our regionals. 7-0 here, and they won the last 2 games against Top Blokes after losing one of the overtimes against them. So right now, BDS riding the hot streak of all hot streaks. They'll look to continue here. Imagine that. 9-0. In the region that we always turn around, Achieves, and say, yeah, it's Europe, it's pure chaos. And you 9-0 it.
There is always a very enjoyable feeling to realizing that no matter the situation, you can go out there and you can win. I mean, you had stints of dominance from teams in regions, right? For the longest time, it was Dignitas, and then it became, in North America, the NRG, North American dominance. And when you're a team that can have that level of success for such a long time, it takes a lot of the stress off. I mean, obviously, there's still the pressure to perform, but knowing that you can go out there and feel confident no matter who your opponent is a very valuable thing. Mindset is an excellent thing, and if it's in a positive one, you'll perform much better.
Especially with the format we've got now. So many teams are going to be taking a lot of losses, and it's going to be about your ability to take it back. Here's Ronicky. Well, he's clad into from Monkey Moon. Don't need to take the ball if you can take the player. BDS, though, have had a very good option towards being able to deal with losses. They've chose to not lose.
That is the most
strategy.
effective.
I'm not going to argue against it. Devo to the corner. Is well played from Monkey Moon. This is the difficulty about playing against BDS, is that one player can often be used for 2 challenges when it comes to these guys. So quick with the recoveries. Ronicky, I don't know if that was almost like a fake one, as again the ball off to the side. I don't think there was really a way to squeeze that one in either way, as the shot comes in from Mark from the corner. It's not safe right now. Anything and anywhere could always be a BDS shot on target. As Itachi is by himself, I do like how quickly he jumped up. You can see Monkey Moon. He wanted to hit something, and he would have been very happy to make that Itachi.
But still, I'm liking Barca here in Game 2 a lot more than in Game 1. Significantly more time in command of the ball, which is what you wanted to see last game. They're starting to really get their mitts on it. Unfortunately, here still under some pressure in their own half for now, but a great clear from Ronicky, and it's a pass to Itachi. How about that one from Barca?
Absolute banger. Ronicky to Itachi, 2 touches to cover the field. And that is going to cover Itachi in glory. My goodness, what a goal.
Not a bad transition at all. Win the race to the ball in your own corner, and then win the next one in the midfield. And Devo with a chance, but extra there to deny it.
Oh, that was dangerous. And they've got away with it. Somehow, some way. Oh, it's not the first time. We've had a lot of very consistent Rocket League here, but 1 or 2 moments of madness from both teams. There's another one. Devo actually managed to catch his own team out. It's caused chaos for Barca's midfield rotation. He managed to recover it. For Itachi, this has got to feel so good. Just being able to play this consistently off the backboard. Here's Ronicky! And as soon as I said the name, you already knew the result.
Yeah, Extra gets stuck here on the goal line. Only 30 boost, and he thinks, I can't reach that. I gotta take my chances. And he gave Ronicky the space. And what did you say last game? Looking for the chance to get Ronicky uncontested, and he does not disappoint.
You put Ronicky in an awkward angle, he still hits it. You put Ronicky dead on, shoulders width between you and your goal. He is definitely not going to miss from there. So 2 to the better. BDS have their win streak very much up against it here. They might be forced down to a paltry 7-1 for the day.
How disappointing.
They're going to be a top team. They're going to have top team expectations. Itachi's got another one. That's his brace. 100 seconds left on the clock for Achieves, and BDS just haven't really got going.
Yeah, definitely kind of stalled out a little bit here in game 2. They definitely understood Barca trying to take more command of the ball, and they didn't have quite the same success with the challenges. So now you're looking in game 3 for BDS to be a little bit more aggressive and not allow Barca to have that uncontested first touch out of their own half going into game 3. And that's coming to fruition here a little bit, maybe for the last 90 seconds or so.
For Barca, they're looking to just try and prove that those 2 weeks of bad field and grid results were just that. A little bit of a slump, maybe them testing out different things with their new roster. But it seems like when it matters, they are able to show up at least somewhat well.
Oh, here we go.
Here is Monkey Moon. He's not going to get the flip reset, but he does get a power challenge. And I feel like at this point for Barca, I do actually like the adjustment they've made on the challenges. They've given up on trying to win them. It's just about keeping the ball flying as far as it possibly can, as this is the big opportunity. And Itachi darts it around, realizes he can't score, so he takes it the long way. Slows down the play for BDS. Even with 3 goals up and less than 45 seconds left, Barca still playing with the clock management in mind. That one was dangerous. Okay,
they let that one go for forever.
Maybe more looking at the defender or the attacker moving in towards you than the clock for that one, Barca.
It's the real test, you know. How far can I let this one go and still get away with it? Well, about that far.
Might very well be a clean sheet here for Barca, something that very few teams can claim. They have managed to do it. My goodness, Barca bring it up to 1 each.
All right.
And it's got to be said, that was a lot more convincing than game 1. But from what I'm seeing here, far too early to call it. And we already know BDS, whilst they are fast Achieves, they don't do it mindlessly. Something that we have seen a lot from these sort of play styles is just sort of the go fast, go fast, go fast. They pinpoint where you're playing the ball and they direct their speed at that.
Yeah, and the ability, that sort of speed doesn't necessarily come from just holding the boost button down. A large part of that speed comes from understanding what's happening next, and it's in your ability to read the game. It's like, that's why Turbo seems to be so fast, right? It's not because he's using 800 boost a minute. It's because he understands exactly where the play is headed and he positions himself well. And that's where speed is really developed as a player in Rocket League. It comes from your ability to understand the game and understand what's happening next. So definitely a good improvement. And now you're looking for BDS here in game 3 to sharpen up a little bit and put the pressure back on Barca.
Really does feel like it's more of a statement match for either of these teams.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, wow. Mark by 8. Well, he's rinsed him, really, hasn't he? Not a chance for Itachi.
You want to talk about big brain? Oh, that's it. I mean, he got Itachi jumping. He's like, yep, I'm totally flicking this into the top of the goal. Just kidding. I'm just going to let this one fall.
What makes that one even better for me, Achieves, is that Itachi jumped about the height of, I don't know, 1 ball. And no other space was really there. And Mark was able to slot it into that little gap.
Ooh, and a miss. Does it matter?
Well, they've got it to Ronicky, and they've got Ronicky shooting. I'm sorry if I don't sound too excited about that anymore, but I think we've seen this one enough to know how it ends.
Ronicky missed the ball, and Itachi says, don't worry. I can still just slide that one up the seam there in the middle of the pitch. And how about the catch from Ronicky? Perfect placement all the way to the back post. Ooh.
Well, it definitely shows a level of maturity as well, because a lot of the teams that we've seen, when they make a mistake like that, insta panic. Ronicky would be flying back to his own side of the field as quickly as possible. Instead, they just leave him downfield, say, all right, this is now where we're playing it. And they certainly did that incredibly well. Good pass to Extra. Can't quite get it to Monkey Moon. I think right now, Barca will be very happy with the way they're playing this. BDS
again.
Yeah, BDS getting a quick reminder that it's very difficult to do this every single time, but they still look dangerous. Extra just flies that one straight past Mark. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Itachi somehow kept out by Mark. This has suddenly become just midfield whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to give each other attempts and see who can come up with the best passing play, and I've loved it so far in Game 3. There's the drop over to Mark. They couldn't do it. Defense just threw all three, and there was too much of an orange brick wall in front of him for it to get it round.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to be the midfield fight, but it is the, all right, fine, we'll give you the space, and let's see your transition game, and Extra blocked away by Devo. And right now, it's the cycle for BDS as they're just kind of jammed here in the corner, sizing up Barca's defense.
For Barca, I actually feel like that's, you know, when you say it aloud, not a bad strategy against BDS. This is going to be Monkey Moon already up. Itachi jumped and hoped. And his faith was more than enough. Keeps that one out. You say it aloud, Achieves, and you say, okay, which one's going to control the midfield on pure pace? You would bet on BDS. But if you're asked for pure quality shooting opportunities, then you start looking at Itachi and Roniki as the potential duo for that. Mark removes the backboard, and Devo has recovered. Not anywhere near good enough. Extra. Easiest goal he's going to get this series.
Yeah, Devo, even with 76 boost, is thinking he's got a safety net up there on the backboard, and as soon as he realizes he got bumped away because the call goes through, I got bumped, he goes, oh, I need to make a play, and your mind is already set on the, all right, my teammate's going to clear this away, I'm going to size up where the defense is and think about how I'm going to follow. Oh my gosh, I need to hit the ball, and then it's over your head.
Well, I talked about earlier on, the adaptations from BDS. Realized that that midfield battle wasn't happening anymore. They freed up one player to just go looking around on that back line. It makes them so threatening because there's not a consistent answer to them. The password will always change. Over to the wall. They might be able to make this two. Mark's not going to go diving in just yet. Just want to force the earlier play. That player was a very good example, actually. It was a very small one, but a very good player as to how BDS go about things. They hold the challenge back, and you could already see before the challenge went in, after it had been delayed, they'd already sent Monkey Moon boosting over to the left-hand wall, just so he could be there first. Continued pressure. Extra's got his second. And BDS right back to what they do best.
Man, this is real nice job from Extra. Just realizing that while he's not entirely sure if Devo's going to get the clear, because it looks like if you take just a top-down view of that play, it seems like Extra should rotate out to the midfield and rotate back, but he knows there's only one person on defense, and it's Devo. And if Devo gets the clear, it's just going to punch all the way down to that BDS side or somewhere at the midfield line, and Extra can make it there. He just decides that, you know, if we win this, then I will have a pretty good angle to just go through and beat the defense as they're rotating in. Again, the speed comes from the ability to understand the game, what could happen, and how much risk you're willing to accept. BDS turned in a big insurance goal late in the game because they realized that this is a power play moment and you might as well make the most of it, because now they've got him just a wide open goal back the other way, with Barca trying to push here real hard.
I mean, Barca really just did not have an option. They had to go for it. Unfortunately, that's what left them completely open. You can't really blame them for that one.
Yeah, you accept the risk.
Yeah, we have very much seen why BDS are so feared. You change against them, you try different things out, but they've just got to catch you once. And as soon as they've got that lead, your entire playstyle and your entire strategy goes out the window. You have to engage them in what they like to do best. It is just truly horrid. Devo, oh my goodness! That was sublime!
Devo with a lot of space here. Monkey Moon, I mean, yeah, that's the right idea. Jump, because Devo could either pump that up towards the backboard or just long clear it up the pitch, but Devo's looking at Roniki that entire time. And if there's one thing that Barca's had in their back pocket all game long, it's been a great transition game. It's kind of been shut down in the middle of game 3 here, but every time it's happened, as you alluded to early, Roniki has been able to put some beautiful balls on target.
Extra waits for it. Good play. Itachi's got very few options. He's going to have to go by himself. I feel like he realized that a little too late. Stevo keeps the pressure on. Oh, that's a shot on target. And Monkey Moon, somehow, some way, keeps it out. If that one went in, we would have had a real game on our hands. Instead, Mark by 8 is dancing around the Barca defense. And Monkey Moon, if he could have finished that one off, would have owed Mark by 8 a pat on the back. But suddenly, I know a player that I'm certainly looking out for here. You were talking about the transition game. Mark by 8 showing off his own.
And Mark by 8, for a long time, since the last regional event, was like, oh, that's the guy to watch, no doubt. And Ronicky trying to put that ball on Devo's nose to give him a last-second chance will not come through. So last minute, pretty good for Barca. But overall, BDS able to squeeze some offense out of some tough scenarios for Barca's defense. And Devo, try as he might to hold the back line, just got beat a couple times too many here in this one. And through no small effort of Monkey Moon with 3 assists and 1 goal on 5 shots.
You gotta have eyes in the back of your head against BDS because they are coming towards you everywhere. You know, you can't really figure out what they're trying to do most of the time because they're already in your face trying to do it. But what I do love, they don't ever complicate any of this. You know, no goal that we just saw there was overly ridiculous. And we do know at the same time they have those mechanics in their back pocket, but they just beat you through just raw speed and power.
Yeah, and there is something to be said about the ability to just keep blasting things towards your opponent and forcing them to make plays, because you can be, you know, the most consistent team in the universe on defense and never double commit and never get in each other's way and always have a guy ready to do something. But at the same time, it's a constant drain on the resources and on the boost meter. And eventually, someone will get knocked out of position because they'll push so far forward. Like you said, they'll find that bump on the back line. That's why you need eyes in the back of your head, because you can be good as a team, but when there's 3 other people with their sole intent of destroying all your hopes and dreams, then you've got a lot of more things to worry about.
Here we go, game number 4, goal number 1 for Ronicky. Well, it's the same name over and over again. I don't think a Barca fans out there will get all that tired of it.
I'm surprised to see Ronicky commit on that as well, because to me it looks like Itachi, it was initially supposed to be a pass to Itachi, and Itachi goes, nah, I'm just gonna hit the guy. and Ronicky's still following the ball up, so maybe all planned.
Oh, wow, here's BDS, and that lead. Well, it didn't last that long at all, did it? Extra strikes back.
Well, there's that transition uncontested in the midfield for Mark by 8, and Itachi and Ronicky really having a lot of faith in Devo there to get a hand on the ball. Nobody in the goal at all to be able to jump out if that one got through. So Extra, again, uncontested pretty much, puts that one in the back.
So, didn't take us a minute for us to get 2 goals. Might even get another one here. Ronicky up, ends up missing it. It's a bit of a shame, really, that the vast majority of the times that we have seen Barca's defense break down, it has been off Devo. He has had a couple of times where he's just been caught out. Definitely like to see less of that if Barca are to make a true challenge against the current regional champions. Clear long. Monkey Moon going to take his time. He realizes he's got Itachi barreling down on him, but huge touch, and somehow Itachi was able to read it. That was a very quick read indeed. There goes Mark. Going around the world. Drop down. Ronicky can't get near it. You can tell they really want to feed that ball to him, but so far, it seems like BDS have managed to spot him a little bit better this time around.
Itachi is really that big difference maker there. You're right. He's making some real nice reads about where the ball is headed. Extra will bomb one up the pitch for Monkey Moon, and, you know, forget that nice passing into the midfield. That's uncontested. You get an air dribble. Nah, man, just bash it up the field as hard as you can. Itachi towards the right side, off the mark. And Barca pressing here with about 3 minutes.
Yeah, feeling that at the end of that play, Itachi just had the hint of maybe I can whack this one into Devo midair. Went for the I think I can play, and I certainly don't argue against it sometimes, but maybe asking a bit too much for himself. Mark already up. That is a huge touch. And somehow Devo already on the right trajectory to actually hit the ball. Monkey Moon actually looking uncomfortable. This has set the whole of BDS's rotation off. And Barca weren't ready for it, but they're going to have to capitalize. Follow-up from Devo. Huge block from Monkey Moon. And BDS were sent into chaos, but they have recovered.
Love the selfless touch from Ronicky to just throw it off the backboard for Itachi. Beat the last man, but unfortunately for them, BDS, like you said, just enough time to recover and get up there to tip that ball to safety.
Oh my goodness, Devo's making him look silly there, really, hasn't he? Let's just fake out. Extra looking to follow. Two minutes left. BDS win this, and they will maintain their run of dominance over the region. If they don't, then we'll be going over to Game 5 of what has been a, quite frankly, outstanding first day of European Regionals. I have not had a single team yet that has just rolled over. Here's the follow-up. Ronicky!
Nice.
Right under the top corner. 2 goals for him in game number 3, or number 4, actually, I should say. And it is a huge provider.
The command from Devo out of the corner was so great. It's that first touch that bounces off the wall to make the defense think, all right, is it going to bounce towards the goal line? Is it coming right back to him? And Devo showing excellent ball control there and how to manipulate it so he can have that next touch as well. And of course, that perfect Ronicky finish as Monkey Moon tries to tie things up. Can't get it there.
You can see Devo trying to find a way out. There was no options, but the option for BDS was marked by 8. Devo just flying straight across. Barca, I don't know what their defensive situation is looking like in terms of boost, but it might be starting to look pretty low. Mark takes a shot right down the middle, but it's also an awkward save. Double save from Devo. Itachi looks to get rid, but Extra took his time. Looks to try and bring out a few more players. You can tell the bait was there for the double commit. Barca didn't quite bite. Now for the backboard. Boomer clear from Itachi into the midfield. That is breathing room from Barca. Now they might try and turn it into a goal. Ronicky over to Itachi. And I have no idea how Monkey Moon was able to read that.
I don't know, man. It helps to be good.
Certainly does. I think just cover everything if you BDS.
Oh, nice demo.
Suddenly it's Devo's transition game that is starting to look like the best for it. I'm going to Itachi every single time they get a hold of it. Just causing that annoyance for BDS that they can't fully lock Barca down. 1 goal to the better. 20 seconds left here. BDS might have one big opportunity, or it might actually fall down to Barca. Itachi comes in late, and I do love this. He's wasting as much time as possible. Realized the shot was gone. Here's Ronicky moving in. Hat-trick hero. And game 5 is looking like it's inevitable.
It was looking like a disaster for a bit there. You thought Itachi squandered the chance, but you're absolutely right. Just put that chip towards the corner, freeze the defense as they tried to think they had that extra moment to go grab that corner boost, and Itachi keeps it close and goes right off the wall into the middle, and indeed, who else but Ronicky? Let's go to game 5.
Why not at this point? Be our second game 5 in a row here over on the stream, so definitely you guys at home not lacking for entertainment so far. But maybe Barca can do what no other team has managed to do in such a long time in a regional against Team BDS. They are 1 game away from taking the win.
It's gonna be tough. I mean, both teams really having to work hard to get goals into the back there, but you're absolutely right. Devo with a good setup game here in game 4. 2 assists, and of course the hat trick for Ronicky through no small effort of his own. So extra Monkey Moon and marked by 8, man. I mean, they've got the good pressure, but it's proven quite difficult to crack that Barca wall. But at the same time, I'm not sure if you can keep relying on Ronicky to just put these perfect shots on target. I mean, he's hitting balls through 2, sometimes 3 defenders on every shot, it feels like. And so I think Barca's really skating by off some beautiful shooting from Ronicky. And I mean, it's a long series to keep that up. So, I mean, feeding the hot
been doing it for 2 years now. I've given up on thinking that he's going to cool down anytime soon. He is continuing to be the golden striker across Gfinities, across RLCSs. You put him anywhere. He's managed to find the target, but can he find it over on Champions Field? 5 minutes. And we've got to find out who our first qualifier is going to be for stage number 2. Based on this performance, I really would not doubt both teams are going to make it all the way through. But Mark off the post. We have a warning shot. BDS closing down, looking for that first goal.
And it was Barca getting real aggressive. They tried to get the demo on Mark by 8 so that Ronicky would have an uncontested shot, but they missed it. And Mark by 8 had a chance to put him away on transition, but it was a bit of a race. He might have felt a little rushed and couldn't really position the car where it needed to be. Itachi wants a beautiful setup. Here's Ronicky into the middle, and Mark by 8 will clear it out.
A bit of a disappointing shot there by Ronicky standards. They'll definitely want to try and get one more of those later on, but both teams showing their teeth in the opening minutes. Devo up against Mark. He's lost that one quite comfortably. Ronicky might have to go in and out. He's done so, and he's won the challenge against the Monkey Moon that very rarely will lose an aerial challenge. Did come out on top. 1 minute down. Both teams looking good here. Neither team really looking like they're going to take a defensive approach. There is the transition game from Itachi. Monkey Moon wards him off. Threatens him with the demo off the backboard. They're clear from Ronicky. The backboard option. Mark's not going to make a mistake from there. Only gets contact, holds it against the wall and pushes it to the corner. So no option at all for Barca as it's gone in. Quick transition. Extra gets it.
Very reminiscent of a Barca goal that we saw earlier in the series. Monkey Moon wins a race. Right to Extra, and how about pumping that one to the far side of the goal? I mean, great shot from Extra. Tough to execute as well from the wall. Just really requires some precision to hit the right part of the car and make sure it's on target as well. Well done.
There's the horrid bit, trying to chase the game against BDS. We've seen just how well they can stretch these leads out. But Itachi, very well played, puts Monkey Moon to a position where he can't really hit the ball as hard as he wanted to. Extra truly has been massive this series, and he will try to be exactly that. Mark just as massive, but more of a physical sense, as he just keeps ramming Barca players off the ball. He's actually might have got this. Oh my goodness, Ronicky forced in. And that looked like a no-hoper of a play, but Monkey Moon almost got him.
Devo was just sitting there like, you gotta be kidding me, hit the ball. And it almost just rolled in.
It's a threat of a play more than it was an actual play.
Indeed. The threat
thing, though, is that you see a lot of these players, you expect the flip reset. Oh my goodness, Barca are holding on. It really should have been 2-0 by now with these amount of chances that BDS have had.
Well, right now,
somehow keeping it out.
They've got him in the vice grip, though. Barca's struggling. They're being forced into putting clears where BDS wants them. Like, they don't have the time to sit there and really decide where they want to clear it. Like, Ronicky just has to get up and punch that ball down the pitch just in case they're right there.
Yeah, you can see Ronicky as well. He is holding himself downfield when he gets the chance. Taking that step or two before heading back, just in case one of his teammates can hit the ball towards him. But right now, option hasn't been there. Might be here, though. Drops down. Itachi couldn't get there before Mark, and Ronicky goes around the ball. Can keep the pressure going, but Extra's fake challenge on the wall. Good enough. Devo comes in, puts off the backboard. That might be 2 players gone. Already up is Extra. Monster touch from Extra. He takes away the defensive challenge. Monkey Moon looks to keep going. He might go the whole way. Every single time BDS take to the air, they have taken 2 players with them.
And it was so close. And Extra turns in a big one on defense, and the offense almost comes through back the other way, but Barca not going away quietly. This is a delicate situation here. They got to make sure that they can find a solid enough clear that doesn't allow BDS to keep putting pressure on and waste more time.
For Barca, they'll be wondering where the time's gone. It's suddenly only 1 minute left. Been trying so hard to get the ball out there inside the field. Here is Ronicky. It's gone underneath him. Itachi looks for the follow. They're not going to get too many more of those. Devo clears. Well, good use of the wall.
Oh, tough one.
Yes, immediately challenge. Extra. We would have got the set. Devo can't make it. Monkey Moon makes it 2.
How about Extra with the soft touch here, following it so close and wins the challenge against the defense. And Monkey Moon's got the faith to be right there to put this one not completely out of reach, but that just got a lot tougher here for Barca.
Extra has been magical this series. He really has. Every time he gets the ball, he has caused issue after issue for Barca. Although they might get one chance. Extra already on the back line. BDS should not be dropping it from here. Across the face of the goal. Marked by 8. Gets another solid challenge. Just cannot get this ball past BDS from a solid player, can you? Always challenged. They're always in front of you. Always just telling you that you don't have a chance of getting it past them. And it is going to be another 3-0 opening week for BDS. The regional champions maintain their vice-like grip on Europe. If they are going to get challenged, it's going to come next week. Because right now, BDS are the team to beat.
I'm with you. That was a fantastic showing in Game 5 from Team BDS. Like you said, vice grips. I mean, only allowing 2 shots for a Barca offense that had some great transitions and had a hot shooter in Ronicky, and we're trying to get him the ball as much as possible. So big credit to BDS to just absolutely shut them out there in that Game 5. Phenomenal defense. Really didn't allow too much, maybe 1 or 2 scary transitions, but you are absolutely right. You're looking forward to next week for BDS and see who can take them down then, if anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. But before then, we've got to find out who our other 3-0 team is. When we come back from break, it is Guild Esports against Vodafone Giants.